Hi everyone, this is Star with Ariana Stark. This is your weekly love reading for the week starting from 13 to 19 July 2020. I'll cover all 12 sun signs. In case you want to have a look at the timestamp, then you can do so in the description box and you can proceed straight away to your reading. Like always, I will cover all 12 sun signs from Aries and lastly we will have Pisces. Basically, I will rely on tarot and I'll also use a love oracle deck for a message that the universe has for you. So let's just start with Aries. For Aries, we have drawn the card King of Swords and I also have Temperance. Besides, I have a Mystic Moon Oracle card which says, your words linger in my mind. Single Aries, I think there'll be suitors, no doubt. You may feel that you're being coming across as being too desirable, but then maybe you are disinterested or disinclined. It is flattering, no doubt, to get the attention from the opposite sex. Other than that, those who are already crushing on someone, maybe you should not come across as being too persuasive. Maybe you're trying too hard. Ideally, you should give the relationship some space and time. Romancing Aries, I think you will have good exchange with your partner or your beloved. Maybe you will discuss your work or you could also talk about your family life and all. On the other hand, those who are married, I think you should give your lover space and time, or you should give your partner the space which is required. Your spouse could be fishy, or he could be wondering whether you are being faithful or not, but then when it comes to work, he's the one who's going to help you or he's going to support you in the hour of need. Those Aries who are in a third-party situation, you need to be careful. Maybe your confidant could say that you are living in a fool's paradise or that you think that the relationship will be ending in a happy ever after kind of a scenario, but that could not be the case. She or he may say that you should snap out of this relationship because you're not going to make any headway. From Aries, I'll move to Taurus. For Taurus, we have the card Page of Swords and I also have the card I Can Still Feel You. Certainly, Taurus, I feel that you or somebody else is keeping an eye on you. Maybe cyber stalking is a possibility for Taurus, whether in your relationship or you're in secretly, if you like somebody, you could continue to do so. Besides, I also feel Taurus, you'll be cutting through obstacles with respect to your love life because the Page of Swords is someone who is moving forward. You should also be careful of your words because your words could mar your relationship. Those who are married, you need to be extra careful because your spouse could continue to suspect. But when it comes to work or when it's with respect to work, then you'll feel that he's the one who's going to support you in that scenario. Other than that, I think those who are in an extramarital relationship or those who are in a hush-hush romance should be very careful because it's a possibility that someone could let the cat out of the bag. And this could distress you to no end. Romancing Taurans will enjoy fruitful exchange with your partner. You may feel challenged or you may be wanting to match up to his intelligence or his wits, or you may also want to impress him with your intellect. Other than that, Taurans, I could also say that try not to put up with abuse in a relationship in case you're married or you're being bullied by your partner or your lover. That is also a possibility. Some of you will also desire commitment. You don't want ambiguity in the relationship. We also have the card I Can Still Feel You. So for many Taurans, I also feel an ex-flame is re-entering your life, but you may be disinclined or you have moved on. Other than that, those who also have someone in their mind, maybe if there's a distance in your relationship, in any circumstances that you are in, it's a possibility that you could feel each other energetically. On the 5D world, you're connecting with each other. Spiritual connection is a possibility. Whatever it is, I think you will be very touched or will be moved because of the attention that is coming your way. It's flattering, no doubt. From Taurus, I'll move to Gemini. For Gemini, we have the card 2 of Pentacles. And I also have the card You Inspire Me. Pentacles talks about money matters or financial issues. So it's possible that you could be discussing work with your partner or your beloved, or even in case you're married, you will be an inspiration to each other, whether it's your spouse or your partner, whoever you're dealing with, Geminis. I think the person is going to inspire you creatively or at work. Those who have someone on their mind will continue to cyberstalk your crush. In case you want to express your feelings, I think this is not the best time. In case you're in an unacknowledged relationship, that is, maybe you could end up feeling crestfallen because there's no response from that person whom you have on your mind. Sometimes you may also feel that there's no point pursuing a man or a woman who is more inclined in spiritual matters or who has other things to deal with than you. Those who are married will be in a romantic mood, no doubt. You could be overcome with nostalgia, or maybe there'll be romantic songs which will be playing in the background, and this could stir feelings in you. Like I said, Geminis will also be involved in work with your spouse, so maybe you will help each other at work, and at such a time there's intimacy in the relationship, or there's a possibility that your partner could talk about his or make you aware of whatever is going on in his life, or make whatever you're not privy to, maybe he could talk about it or discuss those matters with you. Again, Gemini is also those who are in an unhappy relationship. You should not put up with domestic violence. There could be insults and barbs traded with your spouse, so you should not. These are unhealthy circumstances and situations which you can do without. Let's move to Cancer. For Cancer, I have the card 3 of Wands. And I also have the card You've Been in My Dreams. I think many Cancerians, you could be having dreams about your beloved or your spouse, or in case you're in separation with someone, the person could come or appear in your dreams. It's highly likely like that is a scenario, or that could be something which you need to be open to or be receptive to. The Wands talks about sexual attraction, so someone could be there with whom you could feel a physical connection. Maybe your partner also finds you quite hot and seductive. This is a fire energy, so it's about passion. Romancing Cancerians, you can enjoy good phone calls, or there could be frequent conversation, and this could leave you very happy and smug. Sometimes you may also be very annoyed or peeved, maybe irritated because your partner doesn't call you, and then you could give him or her a piece of your mind. But then all of it will be forgotten, or you will forgive him, and you will carry on with the good exchange that you have. Married Cancerians, I think your spouse could be a bit crabby. He may complain about inane matters. Maybe something like the food or the food that has been cooked could come up in your discussions. Perhaps you should be more adventurous in the kitchen. Besides, the way to a person's heart is through the stomach, so you should be more inventive in the kitchen, or you should prepare something lip-smacking. Whatever it is, your spouse is also the one who will make an effort to mend the relationship, and this could make you a bit emotional as well. Some of you may also be keeping an eye on your spouse, and then he could be unnerved and he could question you on this as well. From Cancer, I will move to Leo. For Leo, we have 10 of Pentacles, and I also have the card. I've looked you up online to see what you've been up to. I think I need to adjust the light a bit. It's becoming bright over here. I think this should do. Like I said, for Leos, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So for many Leos, there's a possibility of a work-related romance, or maybe you'll be discussing work with that person or your spouse or partner. In case you are in a relationship, or in case you have walked away from someone, you may be continuing to view his profile on social media, or you may continue to look up and try to understand what the person's thoughts are, because there's the absence or there's a distance that is there, and your heart wants to know what's going on. Single Leos, I think there's a possibility that the opposite sex will try to form an attachment with you, but then you may want to walk away from this scenario because you don't think there's going to be a future in this relationship. Someone at work, like I said, could stir up or could evoke romantic feelings in you, but then you may also put limitations on yourselves. Married Leos, I think you'll be a bit emotional and angry because your in-laws could interfere in your relationship, or they could make some unkind remarks. You know that the person resents you, and this could make you a bit reflective as well. Maybe, I think, Leos, you may also be in an emotional moment. You may discuss what's going on with your younger people or with your child, or you may discuss about your unhappy relationship or marriage. From Leo, I will move to Virgo. For Virgo, I have the card Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is someone who is quite intuitive and creative, and she's also quite beautiful. I've never forgotten you, even though you think I have. Those of you who are in an on-again, off-again relationship may be thinking, or you may be pining about the loss of that special someone. You may never forget him. I mean, the person is never far from your mind. Single Virgos, you can expect proposals, or maybe there could be someone on the dating site who could evoke an interest in you. Maybe your family members could nudge you in that direction, asking you to form an acquaintance or to start a romance with someone who's online, whom they find suitable for you. Whatever it is, there'll be those admirers who are desperately trying hard to find ways to communicate with you. No doubt you will enjoy the attention. Those who are crushing on someone will continue to cyberstalk your crush. You observe what he has to say, or maybe sometimes you could come across as someone who is quite philosophical, and you want to read between the lines. You definitely believe that you could end up marrying the person. Those who are romantically involved, you'll have good communication or whatever, but then there'll also be times when you'll be in a state of suspension because you want commitment from your partner. You don't know what to make out of the relationship. You should also be careful because for Virgos, I think there's a woman who's going to stir up some trouble in your life in this week with respect to your love life. Maybe it's one of your in-laws. On the other hand, married Virgos, I think your spouse could also question your conduct. Maybe he's being too nosy. So you need to handle that, or you need to tackle that as well. Let's move to Libra. For Libra, I have the card Devil. And I also have, I can't ignore the signs I'm receiving any longer. So Librans who are already romancing, I think there'll be times when you feel that marriage is a necessity, but then there'll be other times when you think that it's not going to be easy to settle down. You think marriage is quite scary for you. So you may be having to battle these emotions in your head or these thoughts in your head. Whatever it is for Libran singles, or there's possibility of a lot of people coming in to your life, maybe even unwanted attention from the opposite sex is a possibility for Librans in this week. Other than that, I think those who are secretly in love, you don't know, you may be very puzzled because you want to make the move or you want to express your feelings, but you don't know how to do that. Romancing Librans, you should avoid lovers' tips. There could also be, whatever it is, there's also a lot of chemistry in this week. There's a lot of intimacy and passion, which is a possibility. So you should enjoy those moments, or you should make the most of this intimate conversations or phone calls that you're having. You will also be discussing your life or your future together with respect to your love life or whatever you want, that is. Some of you may also be disturbed because there's interference from other people and they want you to do away with the romance, but then it's nobody's business, you think. Married Librans will have to deal with the fluctuating moods of your husband. As a man, you should not be too intolerant. Maybe you could come across as being too impatient with your partner. Marital infidelity could also rock the marriage boat. Again, Librans, you should also not put up with domestic violence. Those who are in an extramarital relationship could be quite perplexed because you want commitment from your partner and he is unwilling to do so. Sometimes he may talk quite vaguely and you'd wonder what is it that you should conclude. So all these signs are there which could raise those doubts in your head. Let's move to Scorpions from Librans. From Scorpio we have the card Star, and I also have this card. Something is still missing for me and I'm trying to figure out what that is. Many of you are also going to be in a past life relationship. Maybe someone could or you may come across someone in your life in this week with whom you have shared a past life relationship. Some of you may also want to renew contact with that special someone, but you could come away being disappointed. Whatever it is for Scorpions, I'm also picking up that there could be people, young people, or there could be somebody whom you could meet on account of a family member who could be interested in you. But you know where to draw the line, so you could walk away from that situation. But still, I think this person is going to continue to pursue you. Some of you could also be thinking about your crush. You may also miss him greatly, and there could also be dreams that could make you all the more nostalgic, or you may think you may be beginning to wonder, or you may be missing him. It says, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out about what is it. So maybe you are going to contemplate what is it that because you're still missing that special someone. Those who are married, you should be careful because it's possible that you could be in a very sensitive mood and you could be reduced to tears. Maybe your spouse could pick on you for little issues. Your health could also be a factor that could be discussed. Let's move to Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, I have the card Knight of Swords. I think there'll be more than one suitor for you for Sagittarius in this week, and you may be undecided about whom to go with. Maybe you lose interest in the person. On the other hand, those who are already dating or those who are already romancing, you'll have good conversations with your beloved, but you also feel insecure. Maybe you think, or maybe your lover could be a bit insecure. Maybe he or she thinks that you may return to your ex, but you would want to reassure him that is not going to be so. We will also discuss work, like I said, and you'll also be happy with or overjoyed with the success that your partner makes at work. Maybe you could also do something special for your partner or whatever. I want to be authentic. I'm no longer afraid. Maybe your lover or maybe you also want to express your feelings and your emotions. You don't want to wear a mask. You want to be more open about your feelings, and this is the best time to do so. There's no point being afraid or being too secretive about your feelings. Those who are married, there could be discussions with respect to infidelity. Unfaithfulness could be a factor in your relationship in this week. To compound matters, a person who's younger than you or maybe somebody else could also interfere and infuriate your spouse to no end, or infuriate you. Maybe you should not allow other people to interfere in your marriage and add fuel to the fire. From Sagittarius, I will move to Capricorn. For Capricorn, we have the card Ace of Wands. Please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. Maybe there's been disagreements with your partner, so maybe you realize that the fault lies with you. It doesn't lie with your lover or your beloved. Those who are already romancing will enjoy a lot of messages. There'll be exchange of messages. You can also expect a physical attraction with your partner. Basically, there'll be intimacy. You could also help each other at work. Maybe if your partner needs support or you need support, then you will rally around him or her and give them ideas about how to carry on with the task. On the other hand, married Capricorns, I think you need to be more tactful and more polite in your relationship. Maybe there's some misunderstanding which you need to sit down and talk about and get over with it. From Capricorns, I'll move to Aquarius. For Aquarius, I have the card Page of Cups, and I also have the card, if I knew then what I know now, I would have made different choices. Maybe Aquarians, you're coming across as someone who's a bit withdrawn in the relationship. Maybe you should make the move and be more expressive in your relationship or with respect to your emotions. Narcissistic kind of behavior will not help your relationship in any case. Those who have someone on their mind will continue to cyberstalk the person. You may also want to help your ex out. Maybe you think that he needs your assistance, but then you will stop short because you think that it's no point getting into that side of getting into a mess again. There could also be marriage proposals coming your way from far off places. Even on dating sites, you can expect someone who's interested in you. Those who are romancing, I think, like I said, you should bridge the distance. Married Aquarians, you should avoid quarrels. There could be silly quarrels. Maybe there's going to be some situation where you could realize, or it could be an awakening moment for you. So you realize if you had made those choices, or if you had made the right move in the past, then things would have been different between you and your partner. Last but not the least, I'll move to Pisces, which is the 12th sign. For Pisces, I have the card 6 of Swords. I feel damaged, like I just can't do this. I think many Pisces, you are unable to understand how you should proceed. Maybe there's a moment of a yes-no kind of a situation which is there in your head. Some of you may also want to travel to be with your beloved, or you may want to get closer physically. That is a possibility for many Pisces. Ex-flame could also enter your life. He may express his desire to renew the relationship, but then you have moved on. On the other hand, romancing Pisces, I think your lover may feel that you're a bit detached, while you feel that it is best to give the relationship time and space, as that will allow love to blossom. Sometimes you may also feel that time will slip away, so you should accept a proposal in case there's someone who is on your mind, or someone who is making an offer of love. Besides, time and love never waited for anyone. Sometimes you may feel if your crush wants to move on, he can do so. Whatever it is, those who are romancing, you will have work-related discussions. And you will also, maybe in the past, your love interest or your lover has made a mistake at work and he has given you a wrong suggestion. So you may ask him, or you may want to understand what is his viewpoint. You think, okay, it's done and dusted, so you can move on from there by removing these misunderstandings. Those who are on and again, off again relationship, or those who are in a distant relationship will not be able to stand the distance. You want the relationship to proceed, or you want more harmony in the relationship. Married Pisces, I think your spouse will be too demanding in this week. Maybe you could also feel that he is too touchy and he is putting you under a lot of strain by making those demands. On the other hand, you may also hear from your person who, if you are in an extramarital relationship, or in case you are in an on-again, off-again relationship, you could also hear from the person, because the person is a bit emotional. Maybe there's something which is bothering him and he wants to talk about it, so he thinks you're the best person to lean on you're like a shoulder and he can cry on your shoulder. You are the one who will provide the right amount of comfort that he requires. I hope everyone you liked your reading. This was a weekly love reading for all 12 sun signs. Please give us your feedback in the comment section. We also have the monthly forecast for each sun sign. Have a look at that as well to get greater insight into your monthly reading with respect to your sun sign, that is. This is Ariana Stark signing off. Take care. Bye till the next time.